Welcome to the Fanboys Central Podcast, the place to get your weekly dose of nerd-fueled conversation and whatever else we feel like talking about. Get yourself a nice cold beverage and get ready for the show. And now, here are your hosts, Adam, Jake, and Ash.
Hello and welcome back to Fanboy Central Podcast. How you doing, lads?
Hello, mate.
Hello, I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, never been better. Never been better.
Really?
Got the game. Well, I say that I've got gaming thumb.
Isn't that just like carpal
yeah,
tunnel?
you were saying that you've been playing a fair amount. Do you wanna tell the listeners what you've been doing?
You know when you like twiddle your thumbs too much? I've spent the past 4 days platinum 2 games on the PlayStation.
And how do you feel?
Yeah. Well, I feel empty inside, to be honest. The moment you know, because you know, like you spent so much time on a game.
Yeah.
And you get to it and you think, well, I've got nothing else to do now. And like you kind of just look at it thinking, oh, I've got a nice shiny trophy for it, but what does that mean now? You just kind of stare into the abyss and think,
you have a nice shiny
hello,
virtual
darkness,
trophy.
my old friend.
It's a beautiful trophy though. Like both of them, they're the first. Actually, no, I've only ever had one other platinum trophy in my life.
Do you want a little clap?
Thank you.
There you go, mate.
Oh,
just to make you feel better.
Don't soak it in too much, mate.
No, I won't. It's only me and my little fucking nerdy achievements.
Should we quickly mention that we didn't do a podcast last week? Obviously, I don't know whether people were noticed because I currently have an awful lot of concurrent listeners, but we took a week out. We felt like last week a few personal things were going on in our personal lives, but we had to take a week out just because of there wasn't an awful lot to talk about either, really, was there?
Well, that's the problem. We've tried to be sort of based on news, I suppose, like news, recent updates, and things like that for the community like ourselves. And when there isn't anything, it's very difficult to think of something to talk about sometimes.
Well, with everything going on, it was just easier to also just say, let's just give it a miss this week and come back the following week with hopefully 2 weeks worth of stuff to talk about, and we'll all be regenerated and refreshed and be able to get back into the swing of things. Because
Jake woke up about 20 minutes ago, and it's currently 6:30 now, so he should be plenty rested.
And
I was platinum into it this morning, so you know.
And you can obviously see from obviously the video listeners be able to, the video watchers will be able to see, but the audio people won't be able to see. Jake's great lockdown haircut and beard is still ongoing. He's still not made the jump to actually shave it off.
I'm gonna keep it until they say you can go back to work. So
you like
it's gonna end up like Gandalf.
I can't wait, to be honest. It looks more puby than anything this does. So.
It does look a bit puby.
It looks all right on camp. Like when you get really close, though, it just looks like someone's like PVA glued some pubes to my face.
Great big bushy beard.
Great big bushy beard.
So the Abraham Lincoln, I think people call it.
Abraham Lincoln.
Definitely. Just shave your mustache off, because Abraham only had it was only the bottom bit he had, wasn't it?
Mutton chops in it or something like that. It changed everything to this point off.
Yeah, we can get that sort of haircut in Red Dead Online, which me and Ash have just started playing recently.
See, who needs news when you can talk shit like us?
Exactly.
That's fine. News. We'll make our own news.
This is what we have to do.
Jake's pubic beard.
In such hard times, we have to create our own. We have to bullshit a bit, because otherwise we'd have nothing to talk about.
In all fairness, I had to get my eyebrows plucked the other day, so that was I was beginning to have hair literally on every square inch of my face.
You look like that kid from Jumanji. That's what you look like.
Did you get your missus to pluck your eyebrows? Did you?
Well, yeah, because
that was fun.
It looked like the Red Sea, and then the Red Sea had parted, so it's all good.
You enjoyed that one, then, did you?
I didn't. I've had my eyebrows threaded and I've had them plucked. And I think threaded is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I can't say I've ever had plucked. Well, I've done the odd plucking, but I've never really had to. My eyebrows don't really grow like that.
Fine.
You know when you were younger and you used to kind of get a razor, just go down the middle if you had a monobrow. Oh, I must have really
never suffered with monobrows. Never had that problem. Eyebrows have always been pristine.
On fleek, mate, on fleek.
Anyway, in other news, because I don't think people have come here to listen to us waffle about our eyebrows.
You never know. We got to get them concurrent viewers somehow. Ain't we?
I'm starting my side podcast this week, Eyebrow Podcast.
The eyebrow pod. Let's
talk to me about it. Talk to me about it.
Let's pull it back a little bit.
Can I do one of my famous segues?
Go on, do one of your famous segues.
Yes. All right then, boys. I feel like we've talking about pubic hair and eyebrows for a little bit too long, so we've been out. This is our second week now when we're back after our break. Hit us with some news, Miller. Hit us with some news.
Well, it's not really new news, but over the past 2 weeks, the Empire Strikes Back celebrated its 40th anniversary, which is, if anyone watched our podcast from episode, I can't remember what it was, 5 or 6. Where we ran down our top Star Wars movies from the Skywalker saga of all time. It was rated as our number 1, if I remember rightly.
Oh, Adam, it's rated our number 1. Ash seems to have some really shitty opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think also that Revenge of the Sith, which Ash was going to rate as number 1, was actually celebrated an anniversary of how old that, I can't remember how old that must be like 15 years old now or something. That 2005 that came out. Yeah.
Ash was gonna rate that at number 1.
Yeah. For some weird reason.
You can't do that.
The other day, not a memory, but someone posted the original trailer for Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
And it gave away every plot point in the film. I don't remember the marketing for Revenge of the Sith.
No, do I? I think we were too young really to remember.
Yeah.
But when you watch the trailer now, you see that every single plot point from Revenge of the Sith is literally ruined.
But to be fair, they weren't really, because everyone knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, but I mean...
But no one knew how.
Nice to have, it was nice to have some sort of surprise, but it had I have the high ground. And
really?
Like that. In the trailer, yeah. And it had, the moment where Count Dooku's on his knees and Anakin's got lightsabers. Yeah. And that's in the trailer as well.
What, where he cuts his head off? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never watched the trailer, so that the fact that that is really bad.
See, I just love it. Every time we're playing Fortnite now, we go up on a hill or something, and one of our friends that we play with, Dom, he hates me for it.
Well, he's not the only one who hates it, because I play it with you, and it drives me fucking crazy as well every time.
Every time we go on a hill to get the high advantage. I'm like, it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Yeah, it was funny the first time he did it. It was funny, but after the 20th time he's done it, it's not funny anymore. It's really not funny.
Just stop.
It's just fucking infuriating
every time.
Because we know it's coming, and we're just waiting for it. But yeah, in terms of Star Wars news, there wasn't much. Empire Strikes Back, so we had the 40th anniversary for that. But also,
I feel like that deserves an applause.
Hold on.
That deserves an applause.
40 years of a great film.
Some may even say the greatest.
Not of all time.
No, but it's not the greatest.
The greatest Star Wars film, yes. But some may say, 100%. some people may say it's the greatest film of all time. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but also they've been going on about this. Well, Make Solo 2, hashtag Make Solo 2 happen, has been trending.
Yeah, I could follow that.
Do we think it's actually going to happen?
No.
We've all seen Solo 2, haven't we? Solo, the first one, sorry.
Solo 2,
no, we haven't. Yeah. We've all seen the first Solo, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what did we think? What did we think of that? First of all,
it was good.
I liked it.
So did I. It was better than I thought it'd be.
Not as good as Rogue One.
I don't know. I think it's. I look at them on a level playing field. Really, I look at them quite. I like them just as much. Though. Yeah, they are very different films, but I liked them just as much.
I don't know. I think Rogue One has the edge, but Solo was a good film.
I think Rogue One has the edge because it leaded straight into A New Hope.
Yeah.
And you got the awesome Darth Vader scene at the end, which was just fucking mind blowing.
But then again, in Solo, you had Darth Maul, so
yeah,
yeah.
It was good, but it's just whether they'll actually do it. I don't think they'll do a second movie because I think
the thing is with Solo is they've explained all the main points from his backstory already. They showed the Kessel Run, they showed how he started doing what he did, how he met Chewbacca, and all of that. There's not much more that we already know that they can explain.
Sorry, there was a fly on my microphone.
I wonder what you was doing. You just swatting your microphone.
I saw like my microphone moving, and I looked at it and I thought something not right going on there, and then I noticed there's a tiny little fly. Yeah, I'd love for Solo 2 to happen in potentially a series on Disney Plus.
It could happen, but I don't think the star power is too strong. I think.
Do you really think that?
Well, Donald Glover. I don't know.
No, because you're getting like Loki in that, aren't you? You're going to get Tom Hiddleston and all them returning for a Disney Plus series. So
true that it could work. I mean, we're getting the Cassian. TV show. So it could work. It could work.
Well, obviously, we're getting the ObiWan spin-off as well, aren't we?
One day.
Whenever that actually. I am looking forward to it. I just don't know how. Actually, when you think about it, there's stuff you can work with, but it's also gonna. If it depends how far they go with it, because if he goes off planet, so if he goes off Tatooine, then that's gonna like mess with people's heads a little bit, because as far as all the fans knew, he was just gonna be on Tatooine.
Hermit.
Yeah. So if he starts like going to different planets and having his own little adventure, it's going to be very. It's going to take me out of it a little bit.
In canon where it says that he doesn't go off Tatooine?
I don't know. I believe as far as everyone's concerned, he's on Tatooine and he's just a hermit watching over Luke. That's what he's there for. So if he went off Tatooine for a couple of weeks, what happens if
maybe he had to go off
this fight? Go away.
Maybe he had to go off planet for Luke's safety. Maybe there was someone hunting him, or he had to go off hunting someone that was coming to Tatooine.
Do you have inside knowledge that we're not aware of, Ash? Or?
I will say no more.
Ash is writing the scripts.
I think he is. He's the writer of ObiWan.
I will say no more on the matter before I give away my story. I mean the story, sorry.
I don't know what's happening to you. Anyway, let's go off that. So let's go on to what everyone's talking about. The Snyder Cut boys. Jake, you've been pushing for this for ever since we started doing the podcast. It's happening.
The Snyder Cut.
Fucking happening.
It's real. Thank fuck, it's real.
Oh, it's been overhyped now.
Whoa.
It's been overhyped.
It's probably going to be disappointing as hell, but it's the fact that people have campaigned for this and it's happening. It could change.
Is it going to be a completely different movie? Like, is the cut that much of a different movie? Like, is the story completely different? Or
well, bearing in mind, right? I find it a bit weird because Justice League was the shortest DC film in the DC universe.
Yeah.
I think originally Snyder's Cut was coming in at like 4 hours.
Okay.
Oh bloody hell! Did he?
Fucking hell! Is that really 4 hours?
That was. I think that's his original vision. Was like 4 hours or something nuts like that. But I think they're trying to dwindle it down for like 3, maybe, because obviously, do you watch Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition? That one.
No, I never watched that. Hold on, I've got, for some reason, a ton of flies have now decided to flock into the room. Continue. Sorry, let me just waft these flies away.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's going to be an interesting thing to see. I think it's going to completely change what the Justice League film, like everything that Joss Whedon did. I reckon is going to be chucked out the window.
I hope so. I really didn't like that film at all. So I'm hoping that it's completely different. I'm hoping, but
it had so much potential. Like,
it's not going to lead to anything anyway. Because even if it's a great film, what happens if it ends on like some sort of cliffhanger or something? It's not going to lead into another film, is it? Really? That's
what the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
I think, depending on how well it goes, I think that might become canon. I mean, the DC universe, the DC universe is a mess.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Yeah, but also obviously we've got the Batman coming out in next year. Is it next year?
Yeah.
With RP.
Yes, with Mr. Pattinson, and I can't remember who's playing the bad guy now. What's his face?
Colin Farrell.
That's the one. Is he playing the Penguin?
He is.
That's a weird casting, that as well.
I don't know. I can see it working. I can imagine him as the Penguin, and if you've seen the set pictures, you can definitely see it.
Right, he's got a problem with these flies, man.
It's just coming out of nowhere. It's after me. Must be this t-shirt.
We can't see the fly. It's just you going like this.
Yeah, you're just swatting away.
Can't help it. There's been no flies here whatsoever, and then all of a sudden, as soon as we start the podcast, I get swarmed by flies.
Jake's supposed to have set up his camera so it doesn't fall over, and then somehow he's made it fall over.
I pulled my headphone cords because I was a bit excited with the swat in there.
Who needs professionalism here in the Fanboys Podcast, eh?
Just pulled it over. I should probably screw it down next time or something.
Well, how about we go we'll go straight from DC into Marvel on this one.
Oh, have you got some Marvel news, have you?
Yeah, we got Marvel Avengers pre-order bonus.
Oh yeah.
They've announced what you'll be getting with the pre-order now. So anyone who pre-orders Marvel Avengers will gain access to the game's beta, and those who pre-order on PS4 will get exclusive first access.
So does that mean that the PS4 people get it like a week before?
Yeah, I can imagine so.
Oh no, it says here, but it'll be so the PS4 players will have access a week before it, and it opens to everyone who has the pre-order. I'm not really happy about that. Why did PS4 get, early access? That's not fair.
So Jake will be playing that and ruining it for us.
I don't want to play it.
Well, is it only early access to the? Oh no, the games beta. So it's not the online beta; it's the games beta.
Yeah. I don't think it's got an online, is it?
No, it does. Well, I think it's just co-op in it.
Yeah. See, I'm really not fussed about this game at all.
I was when it first got announced. I thought, oh, this looks, because the Spider-Man PS4 was so good. I thought an Avengers version of that's gonna be awesome. But then when I realised it isn't free roam, it's set missions. I just the excitement kind of slowly.
Yeah, it's like if it free roam, like flying around New York with Iron Man or like.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It'd be sick.
I don't mind the linear structure of a game. I actually prefer it, but
yeah, we know.
Although to be fair, the two games that I've just platinumed, they're both open world. So
yeah, but to be fair, this is a sort of game that, with it being so linear, it's easy to make videos on. If you know what I mean, free roam games are quite hard to make videos on. So especially for content for our YouTube channel, we can all get together, do a co-op session, play through the story.
But will it be crossplay, or will it be? Because if it's not crossplay, Jake, I can imagine Jake's going to get it on the PlayStation. He won't get it on the Xbox.
Yeah, nah.
Well, we'll figure that out later to the time. We'll figure that out. But if needs be, we can do crossplay. But on because it's not.
Yeah, this is what I mean.
Okay, we'll figure it out. If needs be, and we have to if we have to purchase one extra copy and all chip in, then so be it.
But while we're talking about Marvel games, Marvel's Iron Man VR demo got released this week.
Did it? I've not seen any trailers for this, but is it on the PSVR or is it just on all?
It is on the PlayStation VR, and I had a little whack at it the other day.
Is it movie Iron Man from the MCU, or is it like Iron Man from the comics?
It's Iron Man comics, sort of. So it's fun. It's really fun. Like. To move, you have to have your hands behind your back and kind of lean forward and guide yourself like that, and then you can just fire your thrusters out your hand like that.
Is it like the Spider-Man VR one that they did for the movie, Homecoming?
I have no idea. I haven't played it.
Because that looked really I saw gameplay on that and it wasn't great.
No, it didn't look good. I did see that.
That was like a form of movie trailer because it was free.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas this Iron Man game is a fully fledged.
It's a
Iron Man
full
game for the VR. Yeah. It comes out like 3rd of July or something like that.
Oh.
And I'm quite excited for it, to be honest. I was playing it. The first mission is the villain of the game is Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
She's the main villain in the Iron Man.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I've done it.
He has to have one every podcast, doesn't he?
It's just I have to do it now, even if I do it on purpose. I get it on a t-shirt. How would you spell that?
I don't know.
Just LA.
No, because I just spell la 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 la. What is that?
It's just like lol over and over and over again.
Weird tongue noise.
Pull it back, boys. Pull it back.
Yeah, I do just want to say there is a few more bits that you get from the pre-order. So as well as the beta access, anyone who pre-orders will also receive a Marvel Legacy outfit pack, an exclusive nameplate, as well as digital pre-orders of Marvel Avengers through the PlayStation Store will include some additional bonuses. A Miss Marvel Talk to the Hand emote, and the Marvel's Avengers Hex pattern logo dynamic theme.
The theme I can get behind, but
a theme? I thought you said fiend.
Theme.
F-E-E-N. I was like, what the fuck's a theme? Theme.
Theme. What is the point in an emote in a game like that? What do you want me to do with that?
Well, they do it.
Playing with your friends.
People love emotes now, don't they? We're playing Red Dead Online at the moment. You can do emotes, and you've got tons of emotes you can buy and stuff. And it's like, why?
Spend money
Why does anybody want? Give us actual decent gameplay. Spending so many time on emotes.
In times on Fortnite, I hear "never gonna give you up" because you use that fucking emote every time.
Because that's funny. That's good. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's genuinely funny.
So the man calling for no emotes is the one that uses them the most.
I use one emotes. I bought one emote off the store with my free VC points, whatever they're called, for
V-Bucks.
V-Bucks. That's it. I bought one emote. That's the one emote I use, yeah. And it's only because it's Rick Astley and he's from the same town as I am. That's the only reason I've got it. Okay?
Hypocrite.
Listen. Emotes, when they're used properly, are good. But just buying random emotes to use willy-nilly...
It's like when you join a lobby on Fortnite and everyone's kind of chilling together and everyone just starts doing the whole...
Yes, well, that's where I use my emote. So in that lobby, when everyone,
what's the point? Why does anyone? If anyone has spent any more than 99p on a fucking emote, something's wrong with you.
No, I've bought outfits. I'll admit to buying outfits, but I've not bought emotes.
Yeah, I bought the Kylo Ren outfit.
That was
It had
but
to be done.
I wasn't really happy with the outfits you got for the Star Wars category they give us.
Yeah, you said the only one you would have got was Kylo Ren, but you didn't want to be the same, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I just thought everybody would be running around as him. But why do we get Kylo Ren and Rey skins? Why are you not giving us like Darth Vader, normal stormtroopers, Jar Jar? I'd rather a Jar Jar Binks. I would generally rather a Jar Jar Binks skin than a Rey skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all know my feelings towards that character. I ain't a big fan. So when I saw that she was the only one of two choices I get to pick. Oh no, you got the red Sith Trooper as well. So one of three choices. I weren't happy. I was not happy.
I just think at the moment everything in gaming is coming down to cosmetics, and I really don't like the way it's going.
Well, it's because people get pussy whipped when they can't. If it's stuff you can buy to help improve the gameplay or make you stronger than another person.
That's not fair.
It's not
like FIFA. Like on FIFA, where you can buy packs and like constantly buy packs to make money.
Yeah.
And credit card players are the players which have got the best teams.
You're the FIFA expert in this.
I am.
field.
Yeah.
I don't play Ultimate Team or anything like that.
It's very frustrating when you come up against a god squad and you know that they've just got their parents' credit card or something.
Yeah. Okay.
In all fairness, I think FIFA is the only game where you pay to win.
Oh yeah.
There must be other games you can pay to win. Stuff like Hearthstone. Have you ever played Hearthstone?
Yeah.
It's like a card game.
That's kind of a free to play though, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm talking about like games where you pay your 50 quid and then you spend more money to win at the game.
Yeah.
That's what Battlefront 2 started out was.
Yeah,
weren't it, with the loot boxes and stuff. I think it's EA who primarily kind of are the pay to win experts.
They're because they're the money grabbers.
Yeah.
They're also the ones with the worst servers.
We hit a nerve there, Ash.
Yes, from the FIFA community. That it's a nerve.
Yeah, are you representing the FIFA community?
I am representing the FIFA community.
I don't think the FIFA community will be proud to let you represent the FIFA community.
Well, they'll all agree on that.
Okay, whatever you say.
In all fairness, EA are sort of a cancer to the gaming industry at the moment.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, but to be fair, I know they weren't the ones to develop Fallen Order, but they didn't really let the side down there. They stayed true to the word. No paid DLC or anything like that. And
not yet.
Not yet. That's true.
There's still time.
Give it time.
That was a good game. People were hesitant, and so was I. But it surprised me. It was a very good game.
It was a good game. It was a really good game.
Very
I really
good story. Coming off Battlefront 2, where the story mode in that is atrocious. It is really bad.
Well, it shouldn't have a story mode. It was that bad.
No, you get to do one mission as Luke Skywalker, and to do in that mission, all you do is kill bugs. A couple of stormtroopers, and then you spend most of the time fighting off bugs, little wasp things.
Yep, agreed. The ones that like explode, don't they?
Yeah.
That's
all you get.
Yeah, it wasn't a good game, but the online itself has got a lot better.
Yeah, well, they released that anniversary or whether it was update, where the celebration update.
Celebration, yeah. You get all the heroes and all that stuff.
I'm not really
when the
playing
game
much
first
of it,
came
but...
out, it wasn't a good game. Like it was not a good online game. But since they've done all the updates,
I disagree with that. I disagree with it not being a good game when it came out because I was a day one player of Battlefront 2, right?
Right.
It's a fucking good game when it came out, but because everything was behind a paywall, it made it hard to enjoy. It was a solid game regardless, and it has got better over time. But when it first came out,
but you had to pay to unlock like Darth Vader and stuff that in the first Battlefront was completely open to you at the start online.
Yeah. I think it's because
that's what ruined it. I played it on day one, and it was. Yeah, I thought, no, this is no... Even the first game, which was still kind of mediocre, was a lot better online. Now it's not, obviously, since they've released better updates and made it a lot more fairer for new players. Yeah. It's a lot easier to play and a lot better to play. But yeah, that's definitely a game... Ash, we should get onto that, actually.
Yeah, I'll be down for that.
Yeah, that's not a bad game to stream.
I've got it downloaded, so I'm ready to go whenever.
I've got it on the shelf there, so I'll put it in the Xbox and install it again. We can play that together.
Sounds good. But we also have some more Assassinins Creed Valhalla news. Valhalla.
Let me get the video prepped.
I'm terribly sorry.
You guys should be able to hear this. You don't really need to see what's happening in the video. It's just a guy talking. It's a minute long. But just get a vibe off this, okay?
Caliph from Reddit asks, how will the flighting competitions be implemented? They've read that they're basically Viking Rap Battles. Flighting, this was something that they did back then, both on the north side and also on the Saxon side in England. This was one of the fun things to do when you're sitting around in a mead hall. People would start drinking and kind of rhythmically insult one another for the cheers of the crowd around them. This is based on history. There's even a saga written that this happened between Thor and Odin, where Odin destroys Thor through rhythmic insults. So we wanted to have fun with that. It's part of the time period. It's part of the culture. You're facing off against somebody, or they challenge Eivor. They'll insult Eivor. Eivor will have to find a response. And so you'll have multiple choices in front of you and have to find the right one that matches the insult, the one that has the right rhythm. So we had a bit of fun with that. There's a little bit more to it than that. You gain a little bit of something out of it. But again, we'll get into those details later on. Hopefully that explains what a Viking rap battle is.
So, Viking Rap Battles, boys!
Viking Rap Battles.
Viking Rap Battles.
Really?
I think it's called flighting, did they say?
Flighting, yeah.
Flighting, yeah. It's going to be sick.
I don't know about that.
Come on.
I don't know.
They're really going in it with Valhalla.
They are, but out of everything I thought, what I want out of a Viking free roll game is I want to be able to have rap battles.
Yeah, but if you're gonna build your community and you want to be able to interact with your community, and if you're gonna be in a hall drinking mead, you're gonna want something to do. Vikings sing is what they do.
Yeah,
so
I think it'll end up
that...
It sounds like a weird idea, but I bet it will turn into something that probably the fans will love.
It will build into building relationships with people, and I think they said that it will give you more or something. I think that it will build your standing in the community. The
thing that I'm imagining in my head though is, do you know that rap battle game that we play in, that party box game, that Jackbox,
the robot one,
robot one, like the weird Transformers, and you rap battle. That's what I imagine in my head, but it's Vikings, and you have to right.
I keep thinking when you say rap battle, I think of that Snickers advert with Elton John.
I've never seen that advert.
Have you not seen it?
I don't think I've seen that.
Like they're having a rap battle inside this house, and then Elton John's
Oh yeah,
there
no,
all
I
of a
have.
sudden.
Yeah.
Broken my heart.
Yeah.
I've never seen that advert. The only
Yeah,
Snickers
no, I have
adverts
seen
I
that.
know is where it's like where have a Snickers. What's the slogan? You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
Yeah, that's so good. But it's got Elton John in it. The more you know, eh?
Never seen it, mate.
I'm just checking something that we might potentially have some more news here. You carry
All right,
on.
you keep going. I'll keep going. I'm going to quickly go on to moving from the Valhalla Viking theme over to the pirate theme. I know you guys don't play it, or you have played it, but not really dabbled into it as much of a pirate legend as I am myself. Sea of Thieves is now coming to Steam, which makes no difference to me because I already own it on crossplay, Xbox Play Anywhere. I don't really know how many people will actually need to buy it on Steam, because if you've already bought it on Xbox, you have
Game
the
Pass.
access. But even if you got it, if you own it on Xbox, you can play it on your Xbox on your Windows 10 PC anyway through Windows 10 Store. I don't really see the real need for this, but it's also pretty cool. So it'll have full cross-play compatibility with the Windows Store and the Xbox One version, so it's not like you'll just have Steam players playing with Steam players. They'll be able to cross-play, which is pretty cool, but still don't really see the massive need for it. But if you're a new Sea of Thieves player on Steam, you'll need to create a free Xbox Live account. So does that mean that if you don't have an Xbox Live account, they're going to give you free Xbox Live? Because if that is the case,
I don't think it'd be Xbox Live Gold.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I don't really know about that.
It just beats the object of putting it on Steam in the first place.
Well, yeah. This is what I mean.
By making an Xbox account, you may as well just get it on Game Pass.
Yeah, and it's like if it's crossplay with Xbox, it's like if you can have it and you've got it on Xbox, you're not going to get it on Steam.
Well, exactly. Well, this is what it says.
To be able to play with people that you play with on Xbox.
It says current players who want to get it on Steam will have to purchase it again. But the good news is that all your progress you can carry over with you. But why would you do that? Why would you buy it twice?
So that you can't play the Xbox version on the PC then?
No, because well, I hope not, because I've got it.
Yeah.
That they couldn't do that. They couldn't take something away from current people who do it.
It'd be interesting to see how they play it.
Well, I just don't understand what need there is for it. If you've got a PC that has Steam on it, you also have a PC that has Windows 10. I'm assuming most people will. Why wouldn't you just keep your current version if you've already got Sea of Thieves? Why would you? It makes no sense to me. But I think it's pretty cool that it is coming on Steam. I think there was a small group of people that were asking for it. But
very, very minute.
Well, just Steam people, but I just don't really see the massive need for it. People who use Steam, so a lot of people are just Steam fanboys, and they need.
Do you remember when Epic Game Stores got started up and everyone was having? I remember the hissy fit. Everyone was sorrying over it.
Yeah.
Over Epic opening up its own game front. I was like, it was probably my favourite bit of beef I've seen online in a while.
Yeah, because didn't Red Dead, the PC version, go to Epic Game Store first? I'm sure it did, and then eventually came to Steam.
It was like, I remember there was a controversy about Borderlands 3. Everyone wanted it on
controversy about something like that.
Everyone wanted it on Steam, and it ended up going to Epic or something like that. It was honestly a weird time because
this will always be the way now, though, because one of them will gain exclusive. This is the one thing that
the way.
This is the thing that was never a problem, because you obviously used to have to deal with exclusives being on PC, on Xbox and PS4, but you never really had to deal with exclusives being on the PC. Not that it really makes a difference, because it only takes 5 minutes to download the Epic Games Launcher and then just download and buy the game whatever you want. But people like to have everything on the one platform. I'd much rather have all my games on Steam, because I've been using Steam for years, but that's not the way of the world. There's going to be competitors that come in, but it's not that big of a deal, really. I have Steam with my Steam games, my Steam library, and I have Epic Games Store with Fortnite and GTA and Civ 6, which have just become free. Also, as part of our little news thing, we were saying Epic Games Store are doing a mega sale and it's pretty cool. I don't know what game's coming next, but they've done
It's new game every week, isn't it?
I think so. They've done
Yeah.
GTA 5, and now they've done Civ 6, Civilization 6, and they're especially Civilization 6. That's only just recently come out. That's not an old game, and that's it's I think brand new. It's like 30-40 quid, so you get a brand new game completely free. That's
I might
awesome.
download it just for the hell of it. Then if it's free, I might as well.
There has been rumours that the next game is going to be, I think it's going to be like a Borderlands collection of some kind. I think it's going to have...
the Handsome Jack collection.
Yes, where it's got the sequel, not the sequel, the prequel.
Pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Number
That'd
2.
be pretty cool.
That's rumours at the moment. That's not confirmed. I think the next game gets announced in 2 days or gets released in 2 days. So we'll find out.
Yeah, because I think the Civ 6 runs out on this Friday.
Yeah.
Oh no, Thursday even. So the new game will be Friday.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at that later then.
Oh no,
Yeah.
so PlayStation. We got a free game on PlayStation the other day.
Just saw that.
The Lego Ninjago movie.
Not just that.
Game.
Not just that.
Call of Duty World War II.
World War II, which I noticed, which
Good
has
game.
really pissed me off because as part of the lockdown, we've been playing different games, and we were going to get into World War II because everyone had it, and I thought, I've got my father-in-law, he's got it. Went around to collect it. He was like, I've sold it. I was like, oh fucking hell! And now that they've been announced it to be on the PS4 for free, it annoys me because I just wish it would get announced on the Xbox Live Gold free game because
Bella,
what?
I have a present for you.
What do you have?
Call of Duty World War II.
How do you not play it? You're going to need to play that yourself, though, aren't you?
I have it downloaded.
What do you mean?
I have it on I must have bought it or something on my Xbox at some point.
Oh, so you don't need the disc to play.
I do not need the disc to play.
I'll take that off you, lad.
It is yours, Mella.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I've gone
For the sound price of $35.99.
Oh, I mean,
That game was never worth that much anyway.
it wasn't. That's a bit of a rip-off.
I'll give you a friends and family discount of 100% off, though.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate
welcome.
that, because that's paying back the favour of that pen I got you that time.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't realise I had to pay that back.
That
but okay.
sounds like a fair swap.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Fair swap.
Okay.
But guys, I'm gonna take over for a second.
Take over. Go on.
I'm
Then.
sorry. Damn it, it's mirroring.
King news.
We have
King
some
news?
we have some breaking news.
Do you?
Hey.
I have some breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
As if when we're recording this podcast, this broke.
As to the point of recording this podcast.
This
Wow.
better be fucking good.
This
I'm
is breaking
expecting.
news.
I'm expecting big news here.
This is breaking news. It's Star Wars news.
Ooh, now you've piqued my interest.
I don't think it's going to be anything that you're expecting. Don't worry. Both Charles Soule's adult novel Star Wars: The High Republic, Light of the Jedi, and Justina Ireland's middle grade novel Star Wars: The High Republic, A Test of Courage, will both now release on January 5th, 2021. Claudia Gray's young adult novel Star Wars: The High Republic, Into the Dark, has moved to a new release date of February 2nd, 2021. And new release dates for Marvel Star Wars The High Republic series and IDW Publishing's Star Wars The High Republic Adventure series will be announced at a later time. Star
Well,
Wars novels.
You piqued my interest, but then you also let my expectations down massively.
Yeah, it's breaking news. I've got to do it.
I thought I was expecting some sort of, new movie announcement or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
just be happy about it.
Fucking hell.
We don't
novels.
get breaking news that often on this channel.
Thank you, lad. I appreciate that. Not that I'll be reading them. I'll wait till someone does like an audio version and listen to that.
Yeah,
It'd be an audit.
I just wanted to use the breaking news background, if I'm completely honest with you.
Fair enough.
I saw it come up on my phone and I was like, right, let's get the breaking news background.
It is quite interesting. I'm looking forward to these High Republic novels.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what they're going to lead to. So if they lead to a movie, it'll be quite interesting because I'm also hoping you don't have to read these novels to understand what happens in the movies.
I don't think you would. I think it's like a side quest. But
Yeah.
a book is a bit like a side quest. You don't
Just
need to read it.
Further lore that you would be... It's just so you can say, oh, well, did you know this about this character?
Yeah, I think it's just more for backstory than it is anything. If they were going to adapt it into a film.
Yeah.
Just going back to Solo, that was released 2 years ago yesterday. So
Really?
Okay. That's probably why it was.
25th.
That's probably why Make Solo 2 was trending then.
Yeah, that is
that
why
makes
it was
sense.
trending.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was as of the 25th of May. It was released 2 years ago.
Yeah,
So that's quite cool.
Yeah, that time I didn't realise it's been 2 years. Time's flew,
No, me
really.
neither.
Time flies by, eh?
Yeah.
Time flies by and yellow and green stick around. You know.
Should we stick to the to fucking hell? What are you singing? Right, Lucasfilm. Let's stick. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Bring it back. Lucasfilm. We'll stick to that. Indiana Jones 5. The little update about that. The writing process has begun. Apparently. Cool. So, but apparently Kathleen Kennedy has said that this is going to be a follow-on continuation of the story. It's not a reboot. So,
but no story details are yet to be confirmed.
No story details. But Harrison Ford, is he going to be still? I know he's obviously going to be Indiana Jones, but he's going to be the main character, or are they going to kind of pass it down to a new generation now? Because he's getting old. He's old, man. He can't be fucking flying from ceilings and shit like he used to.
They had their opportunity to pass the mantle in King of the Crystal Skull, and they royally fucked that film.
What? So Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf.
No, that is his son as well, weren't it? But will Shia LaBeouf be in this film, do you reckon?
No.
I highly doubt it. What's he doing with himself anymore?
I don't know.
He's just doing it.
I don't know. He was. I remember a while ago he was taking calls from a call centre somewhere, not too far from where I'm from. It was a couple of years ago.
He did an independent film not that long ago.
Probably.
I don't know.
He did that thing where he watched all of his own films in the cinema. That was bizarre.
Let me just Google this quick. Just talk amongst yourselves a minute while I just Google this.
I don't feel like there's anything more about Indiana Jones we can say. We'd have to go on a new topic.
Basically, Harrison Ford is old. This isn't going to work.
Shia LaBeouf. Call.
It'd be just him in a care home.
I think he's just trying to find out if he worked in a call centre or not.
Here we go. This is it. So this article is from 2015. Actor Shia LaBeouf has launched his latest performance artwork in Liverpool, asking members of the public to phone him and touch his soul. The Hollywood star has set up his own call centre in the city's Fact Gallery, where he and his two artistic collaborators are fielding calls. They'll be at the desk between 11 and 6 GMT from Thursday to Sunday. So, in 2015, he set up a call centre with two other people.
I vaguely remember that.
And you could call him and talk to Shia LaBeouf to touch his soul.
Why?
Why?
Because of the fact that you have a go at me for saying Valhalla, sorry. Shia LaBeouf. It's Shia LaBeouf, not Shia LaBeouf.
I prefer Shia LaBeouf.
I prefer Valhalla.
Yeah, but
that
I could take that. I could get that wrong because that's just a name, and that's not a common name that's pronounced. Everyone knows that Valhalla is not pronounced Valhalla. Yeah. So I can be mistaken. You just sounded like a monk.
We're gonna get into that now, are we?
Well, listen. You come at me like that, boy. I fire back.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
I guess we know who fired first.
Yep. So I think that we've pretty much covered. Oh, there was a little thing about Shrek, yeah. in the remaster. Or, well, is it a remaster or is it a remake of the game?
Remake.
Because it's the same story and stuff.
Up.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's built from the actual mechanics and everything's built from the ground up.
Have you seen a clip of this? Did you look at it at all?
As in Nemesis is.
Yeah,
I took a brief look at it. Yeah.
So they replace Nemesis' skin to Shrek, but only in the first part of the game when she wakes up from, and she's having that dream, and then Brad calls her, and runs in. Yeah. It's the start of the game. It's right at the start of the game. It's not really the spoilers, is it?
I could just imagine him coming in and just like, oh, hello there.
Hello there.
Shrek is love.
Shrek is
life. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was showing people the other day and they were like, what the fuck are you watching?
Weird.
I think it's free to play. There's a PC horror game called Shrek. What's it called? Let me get the name.
I know there's a game called Layers of Fear. Like
yes. I think it's Swamp Sim. It's called. Swamp Sim horror, and it's like it's just you're just kind of walking around in the swamp, and he can come chasing after you.
Like Slender Man.
Yeah, it's like that old Slender Man game, but with Shrek. Yeah,
a Slender Man clone. Who'd have thought it?
It's I've played it before. When I used to do a YouTube channel, when I used to do like gaming videos on my personal channel. I think that it's all been privatized now, but I've got a video somewhere where it's Shrek the horror game, and I play it. Yeah,
that could be interesting.
yeah. No, I don't think we're gonna go down the horror game playthrough unless there's.
I can't play horror games.
Well,
I've got one for us when we're all back together. So it's all good.
Yeah, unless there's requests for it, I don't really.
I know what one you're on about as well. It's gonna scare the crap out of me.
Which one are you on about?
Fine, mate. The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's only zombies. That's not that bad.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't mind zombies.
No, you wait until you're in there and you're being surrounded and swarmed.
Oh yeah, it's VR, ain't it?
Yeah.
I can handle VR zombies.
And we've got Gaunt.
You can barely handle the fruit game.
Have you seen?
Yeah, but it wasn't scary. Fucking hell.
There's a VR game called Gaunt.
I know, I've not heard of Gaunt.
It's like a Colosseum game where you're being attacked by musty men with baby legs who've got really ragdoll physics, and you just got to beat them.
I might have seen that actually.
Yeah, you can smash their faces in with nail bats and rip their eyes out, but their legs are really small.
No, I've not seen this. I've seen a game where it's like you can. It's just like a fighting simulator game where you can get weapons. You can like a lightsabers and stuff you can get as well.
Yeah, they've modded it for lightsabers as well. You can use the Inquisitor's lightsaber and fly about on them on the map.
But I can't remember what that game's called. I've just seen clips of it on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
No,
but we'll get some VR playing when this all blows over.
Yeah, yes, that sounds like an idea. Should we wrap this podcast up? We're getting up to the 50-minute mark, so.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think we've gone through everything, and that just shows like that's 2 weeks worth of news right there.
Yeah,
including some incredible breaking news. So yeah, it's like
incredible is a bit of a stretch, but
it's the best news ever.
It's the best news ever. But it's like that just shows like how little we're getting at the moment. So it's nice to be able to do a pod on news.
Yeah, well, it's just nice to have something to talk about because it's all right, all well and good coming up with like new ideas instead of talking about topical things, but at the same time, we want to try and keep to the same narrative that the same sort of template as we've always done.
Yeah,
that's very hard when there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, it was a lot easier when we was all together when we first started, and there was news flying in left, right, and centre. And then we had like
but we're all tanked up on pizzas and stuff, and it's not the same. It's not the same. Hopefully, this lockdown, there's people. It's starting to kind of get a bit better now. People are starting to. You can start to. We're allowed to see certain people. I think you're allowed to go around to family members or people. One person's allowed to visit a different household or something along that line.
You're allowed to see one person from another household, but not actually go into the household.
Yes. So as long as you stand on the patio, why don't we do a podcast from my back garden?
that we would need some serious extension cables.
I've got extension cables. I can do it.
This is tempting.
We can have a look. We can see.
I'll be seeing you, Jake. You'll be seeing Jake, and Jake will be seeing me. That's one person each.
Yeah.
We just can't look in the other person's general direction.
There's potential. There's potential there. We'll look into it. We don't want to break any rules, obviously, but we'll
stay safe, everyone.
But we'll try and bend rules as much as we can if needs be. But we'll hopefully in the next couple of weeks, good old Boris will announce something and we can start seeing people a bit more. That'd be nice.
Well, with retail workers going back soon, I think that's sort of starting to spell the end of lockdown as we know it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Boris just goes, and Fanboy Central, you can go back to making your podcast?
Hold on. And it'll be like, yeah.
Hey! Everyone just cheering. Dominic Cummings is driving back from Durham. He's clapping us.
Well done, boys. Well done.
I can't see you.
Fucking hell.
Oh god, we're hitting some tender subjects towards the end of the podcast.
I was about to get I was going to make some very political jokes then.
Yeah, we're staying away from politics.
Let's wrap up. Jake, do the wrap up. You're our host for today.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening, watching, doing whatever you're doing. We'll see you next week. Ta-ra.
Adios.
Stay safe.
Thank you for listening to the Fanboys Central Podcast. You can find a new episode of this podcast every Wednesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and most of the other main podcasting platforms. You can also find the video version on YouTube by searching for Fanboys Central. Hook up with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by searching for Fanboys Central. We look forward to having you back next week.